not the ball player. So if you don't know, there was an incident that happened. I guess it was at a high school track meet or whatever. I'm not about to act like I'm the most knowledgeable person of the incident in the world. I'm not. But it was like at a high school track meet. There was a little situation between two kids. Mind you, these two kids from opposite races. So you know when it's opposite races, it's always turned into a race thing. A kid, ended up losing his life. We don't support that over here. Never will. No matter what the color of your skin is. Kid lost his life, and another kid is looking at 35 years behind bars for it. And it's been a lot of people, a lot of uproar. Because a lot of people were saying that there's been a lot of allegations, and I've heard like some murmurs and stuff. But a lot of people saying that this Karmelo Anthony kid didn't get a fair trial. So I just want to get into this a little bit. What's this? Charleston White reacts to Karmelo Anthony being found guilty in the Austin Metcalf murder trial. This was unfair. It was an all-white jury, and the judge, DA, and Austin's dad were all buddies. I seen this somewhere. I seen that it was an all-white jury, and the judge, DA, and Austin's dad were all buddies. I seen that somewhere. I'm not sure about the validity of that, but I did see that. We've already got money set aside to appeal key findings. So that's, Charleston White, black, white, and purple. He gonna tell the truth no matter who you is. And Charleston White, he does go hard for black people. And some people feel like he doesn't, but this is a certain kind of person he doesn't support. But he does go hard for black people. But he wouldn't lie. Like, if I believe Charleston White's words to an extent. Like, if this kid was all bad, Charleston White wouldn't be going to bat for him. But let's just see the video and see what's going on, because I haven't seen this full 4 minutes. I haven't seen a minute of this video.
We already got the money set aside for appeals bond. Why? All white jury, the judge and the DA are buddies, along with the dad, best friends. That's been our trump card. We've been holding, already knew that. God has spoken, and you cannot make me believe that as many gray-haired white women on that jury that's dealing with white guilt about going to heaven is not going to have no compassion about a kid that's been straight A from the time he's ever read a book in school, has no history of violence, has saved children's lives by risking his own life by jumping in to save somebody from drowning. This kid has no violence. Austin, on the other hand, is a violent brute with some sexual rape allegations hanging on his ass. That's why, man, they coerced them kids.
Whoa. Chad, is that true? Let me see something. Because I think I kind of did. I think it might have been on academics. About the whole, and apparently the Karmelo Anthony kid, like, he saved somebody's kid from drowning. Did that really happen? Was he a lifeguard? I don't think he was a lifeguard. I seen something about it. So what's this? A judge found Karmelo guilty since 35 years. Yeah, apparently like he saved somebody's kid from drowning. Was that academics? Not, because it would have been after that. Oh, damn, I don't think academics. Where did I see that? I think it might have been my mixtapes. Even it's funny that my mixtapes would even post something like that. Nothing even sticks to music these days. A woman claims Karmelo Anthony, who just got sentenced to 35 years on murder charges, saved her 6-year-old son from drowning in a pool in 2021. People was judging him and don't even know him. It's crazy that something like this even comes out after trial, right? Because at this point, he's already been sentenced to the 35 years in jail. So this is the kind of information that you would want to present to a jury so they can get a kind of feel for his character, right? 4 years ago, Karmelo Anthony saved a 6-year-old boy's life after he saw him drown in a pool. Now, after being convicted and sentenced to 35 years in prison for murder of Austin Metcalf, the mother of the boy he once saved expressed her gratitude and said she wishes she could have, she wished she could save him just as he saved her son. That's bro, this is movie shit, bro. You can't make shit like this up. This is crazy. This is like crazy ass BT movie.
But one thing about kids can't lie to professionals under pressure. When you was told, when you get...
Hold on, so and I'm not here to make a judgment out of these kids' character or nothing like that and say who's guilty, who's right, who's not. But, so, He really saved a 6-year-old kid. So is the allegations that Charleston Top put on the other kid, is that true? That he really doing
Get on
that?
his ass. That's why, man, they coerce them kids. But one thing about kids can't lie to professionals under pressure. When you was told, when you gave a statement in the beginning, you can't come back and amend it later and say, well, I meant. No, what you said that night is law. Back up right up. All them white people talking about what they gonna do, they ain't gonna do shit, nigga. They ain't gonna do shit. When Makai Johnson and Galvin Long killed them motherfucking white police officers, you white motherfuckers didn't do a goddamn thing. Not no guilty. If you think they're gonna find him guilty and they just put manslaughter on as a charge and it wasn't on there in the beginning, you don't know law, cracker. You like the dumb white boy that had the whip. He can't spell either, nigga. Yeah. We already got the money set aside for appeals bond. Why? All white jury, the judge and the DA are buddies, along with the dad, best friends. That's been our trump card. We've been holding. We already knew that, but we wanted everything to play out how they had it. I can't wait till I walk. The family, we waiting on each other. Yeah. I've been riding with the family, nigga, since day one. I'm sorry, since day 5. White people mad because they poor. Nigga, I wouldn't give a damn about what happened. I got a show tomorrow. I'm getting rich out here off content creation. All you white people, you're still gonna be fucking poor, struggling with gas prices. Say, big dog, hey, I went and got me a Miss Lynn.
Damn, man. A shocking video out of Florida shows black man riding up to a white man accusing him of being on the jury convicted Karmelo Anthony before punching him. It's crazy how like incidents like this can just spin off into shit like this.
Hey, wasn't you on jury selection?
No, he wasn't.
Oh,
no, he wasn't. Seriously. No, he wasn't. He wasn't.
He was on jury selection.
He's a vet, dude. He's a vet. He's a vet. He ain't been on jury selection.
I ain't worried about that.
Fuck you.
You gonna die.
Quit, dude. The boss is coming.
You on jury? Wasn't you on jury?
No, he
Oh
wasn't.
man, shit like this is messy. DJ Academics reacts to Karmelo Anthony Austin Metcalf case, saying people have completely misunderstood self-defense laws and act like stand your ground laws is a license to crash out. You can't just pull out a knife and stab somebody because they shove you or told you get out their tent. If somebody punches you, doesn't mean you immediately shoot them. That's unnecessary escalation, and it stops being self-defense.
It could be. Now, this is another thing that people are not understanding too, and this relates a little bit to the Chud the Builder case. People keep thinking that stand your ground means crash out, which it doesn't. You know, first of all, this situation wasn't a stand your ground situation, and even with the Chud the Builder thing, that's still not a stand your ground situation technically. It could be seen as one, but they're not, right? In stand your ground cases, you have no duty to retreat, but in self-defense cases, you do have some duty to not escalate. That's the thing, right?
Yeah.
And I hope you understand both points. So in stand your
Yeah,
ground,
like when you, I don't. In my state, we don't have a stand your ground case. In my state, we really don't even have self-defense laws. But I do kind of somewhat understand self-defense because in neighboring states is a thing. But when it comes to self-defense, you kind of have to, you can't escalate the situation in cop self-defense. You kind of have to even de-escalate the situation. And this is for self-defense, not stand your ground. I have no idea how that works. But as far as self-defense, you like if someone like you kind of have to damn near be avoiding confrontation as much as you possibly can until self-defense kicks in. It's not like somebody bother you. Like if you find yourself in this situation and they look at it and say, well, there was any room for you to try to de-escalate the situation or get out of there, anything like that. They kind of look at that like, well, you didn't take the opportunity to get the hell out of Dodge or de-escalate the situation or walk away or anything like that. So for it to be self-defense, it'll have to be like you really have no choice. Like I said, I don't know how stand your ground works because my state doesn't have them laws, and I don't think no neighboring state of me has a stand your ground law neither. Like I said, neighboring states do have self-defense laws. My state doesn't really have self-defense laws, and we definitely don't have stand your ground laws, and I don't think any of my neighboring states have stand your ground laws either. But I know self-defense, you gotta damn near tuck tail before you do something. Like you gotta be on the brink of death before self-defense kick in. Yeah, self-defense is a pain in the ass.
If someone comes to you with an issue, you don't have to run away, right? You stay there and protect yourself. And even if protecting yourself means even chasing, which that involved what happened with Zimmerman, right? That's even protected. It's pretty much the don't start none, won't be none law, right? But that's not self-defense. Self-defense usually is not escalate.
Yeah.
Which means not because someone punched you means you immediately shoot them. That's a unnecessary escalation that is not proportional, and then it's not self-defense. It's not covered.
Yeah, and Atkins exactly right. Like I said, I don't know how the stand your ground law works, but in terms of the self-defense law, yeah, somebody shocks you in the face, and they're gonna look at it like, well, you got hit one time. Could you turn around and got out of there? Could you de-escalate the situation? When it comes to self-defense, they really want to make sure you ironed out every possibility and you tried everything you could to get up out of it. Like I said, when it comes to self-defense, you really got to catch like the shortest end of the stick before you can do something for a self-defense case. Like I said, I don't know how stand your ground works. Stand your ground after somebody punches you, you might be able to respond in a certain kind of way, but self-defense, hell no.
If someone pushes you, tells you to get out of the tent, or punches you, whatever happened, unless there's some other factors, you can't just pull out a knife and stab him. And again,
Hold on, but is that what he did? Hold on. So did Austin, did he punch the Karmelo kid or push him or whatever, and the Karmelo kid responded by sending him to God? Is that what happened? This sounds like a Chicago. This sounds like some other shit. This don't sound like.
Well, I don't want, I'm not that familiar with every detail of this case. So I don't want to just cast aspersions on how this kid handled the situation. Clearly wasn't good, but I don't want to use or try to refer to facts that I'm not too sure of at this moment. But yeah,
enough threatening violence.
I wonder how the events played out.
He wasn't.
This is mugshot day. They made him cut his hair. Ain't that about a bitch? Carmelo Anthony transferred to PAC unit in Nova Scotia, Texas, Department of Criminal Justice. Here's his new prison mugshot. What's this? Justice for Karmelo. Yeah, man. People Carmelo Anthony has reportedly been committed. This is cap. This ain't true. That ain't happened. That would have been the biggest thing since sliced bread. This the Carmelo Anthony the media didn't want you to see. And he was a YN. Oh yeah, he's wearing the shiesty backwards. Yeah. Hey man. This doesn't automatically mean. This doesn't automatically mean that he's wrong, but it does speak to character. Elephant in the room, you can't ignore it. It does speak to his character. Twin brother speaks out after witnessing his brother getting stabbed in his arms after Austin Metcalf, a 4.0 student, was attacked after telling a teen he was sitting in the wrong spot. Carmelo was later charged and arrested. So this is the dude's twin brother. I wonder what he's gonna say.
There was this kid, before I knew his name now, this kid was sitting under our tent at track. We asked him to move. He started getting aggressive and talking reckless. And my brother stepped in and said, "You need to move." And he's like, "Make me move." Austin grabbed his backpack. The kid, I tried to whip around as fast as I could, but I didn't see the stab. But then I look at my brother, and then I'm not going to talk about the rest. So that's just what I saw. And I try to help him, but
It was just senseless.
It was really senseless. Really, I don't know why a person would do that to someone just over that little argument. It's just crazy in this world nowadays how people just up and do that. Like a man has a family, that man has people that care about them all the time, and he
Yeah, like you ain't never gonna know how nobody respond to doing nothing. What my daddy always told me is, bro, you can't decide how anybody gonna respond. Like if you slap the shit out of somebody and they sock the shit out you, you can't be like, oh, why would you punch me? I only slapped you. And thing is, that's why you gotta leave people alone, and you really gotta I don't want to say pick your battles because that sounds pussy, but you really gotta pick your battles wisely, bro. Like he said, of course they're at a sporting event and they're not friends. So I can infer that when they went over to him and told him to move, there was animosity behind it. Whether it be Jay genuinely didn't like him because they didn't know him, or rather it just be animosity from a competitive standpoint. Like, you're a competitor, there's no love for you, which I can respect that. Where you're a competitor, there's no love for you, get up out of here. But however they stepped to him, of course, not of course, but you can infer that there was some kind of umph behind it. There was some kind of masculinity behind it. But the thing with that is, you don't know how everybody's going to respond to anything. Like, you can't, like, you never know. So even if you thought, like, it was competitive, we're in the space where I feel as though we could have got away with something like that. And like I said, we wasn't there, so we'll never really know how he actually approached Karmelo, how they actually approached Karmelo. It's two of them. They twin brothers, and like he just said, they approached them together. So we'll never really know how they actually approached Karmelo. But like I said, man, that's why you leave certain people alone and you pick certain battles and you just do certain things wisely and you just de-escalate situations. Because you don't know what somebody's going through. You don't know what's on their mind. You just don't know how they're going to react. Now, I'm not justifying anything. But I'm just saying, like, shit happens, man. That's a life lesson, man. If it's anything that y'all need to take away from this case, let it be that. Emotional moment in Karmelo Anthony's murder trial. Tears started flowing, and prosecutors played body cam footage of paramedics trying to save Austin Metcalf from fatal wounds. If you support Kyle Rittenhouse but condemn Carmelo Anthony, you are restarted. What's this? Carmelo Anthony's team released a POV video filmed on Ray-Ban Meta glasses to brag about immediately intimidating a female reporter. They're treating him like a celebrity. Anthony's family has also allegedly purchased a new car. The footage below was proudly filmed and posted after Anthony's released on bond. POV with Carmelo Anthony. I gave the aggressive reporter that look. Once we got him into the car, she gave me that nod, said threat. Presumably one of Anthony's security guards. She knew at that point I was pissed. Move, lady. Austin's family is reportedly living large. They got money? After he admitted to stabbing Austin Metcalf in the heart for simply grabbing him. According to the Daily Mail, the family not only moved into a $900,000 home, but they also have a new car thanks to suckers who helped the family raise nearly $500,000. Hold up. So they had like a GoFundMe or something, and now they bought it?
Self-defense. How is this self-defense?
Excuse me. All right. Come on, man. Just follow back behind us. Just stay close, okay?
Carmelo, do you have anything that you'd like to say to the victim, to the family of the victim? Why were you armed, sweetheart? Carmelo, why were you armed at school? Explain your self-defense. How is this self-defense?
Excuse me.
Carmelo, is there anything you want to say to the community that's donated?
Charleston White calls Carmelo Anthony's father to apologize for believing white people were good people and promised to help raise money for the best lawyer he could find. What?
I feel stupid for even calling you, trying to make you believe what I believe. Because I really believe that, fam. Nigga, I don't went against my own people trying to convince black people white people is good, homie. But all white people ain't bad. Why? I ain't never met a bunch of bad white people. So when I saw all white jury, I called you and told you, have no fear. White people ain't that bad. I had faith in an all white jury, didn't I?
Thanks.
Didn't I? Man, listen, I feel horrible because I tried to strengthen your faith with my faith in white people, homie. I told you, man, that white jury go do right by us. I told you that, homie, and I believed it. I feel foolish. I feel stupid for even calling.
Hey, man. This is like, even Cardi B even said something about it. Like, this is beyond, Boosie revealed he's donating $500,000 to come out his family after. Yeah, this is like beyond like the scope of my normal content, and I feel like naked right now on the fact that I don't know exactly what happened, so I can't really speak to anything. So I feel like I'm doing the topic a disservice. So I'm just prayers to the Metcalf family, prayers to the Anthony family. You know, it's never a good day to see a child lose their life, or to see another child lose his life. You know, with going behind bars. It's never a positive thing, but you know, Karmelo they want to appeal. He did get 35 years. If you know how jail works, he's 17. They gave him 35 years. He's not gonna do the whole 35. That's just not gonna happen unless he's in jail completely wilding out, which I doubt is not gonna happen. He's not gonna do the whole 35 years. He's 17. There's a sweet shot he can be out in his 30s. There's a sweet shot he could be out in his mid or late 30s. If none of the appeals go through, he has 35 years. There's a sweet shot that he can be out at 35, 36, 34 even. If you know how jail works. So, hey man, prayers to everybody. But I'm gonna get into this